What's the deal with Alabama? Is Obama going to have to send in the National Guard?
Sweet home Alabama. Sweet home, that is, if you're not, gay, lesbian, or anything else. Well, let me say this about that. This Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court, Roy Moore.
Yes.
Now, as I understand it, Moore was previously the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and then the Alabama Judiciary Committee or whoever had authority removed him from that position because he was in defiance of a federal court order about removing the Ten Commandments from a place where they weren't supposed to be, which would be, any place other than church, practically. So, but I watch him, and this is what strikes me. I can just see him getting ready to go down to the office or the court or wherever you go when you're the Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court, humming Onward Christian Soldiers and driving into town, imagining himself on a horse, this sweeping warrior for Christianity, wearing chainmail and carrying a shield and all of that. And if you get that visual going for just a minute about that, all you have to do is add the sheet and the pillowcase. Because, his friends over at I think it's the United Dixie Ku Klux Klan chapter, they've come out in support of his defiance, which of course the KKK would. They're an equal opportunity oppressor, Jews, gay people, women, blacks especially. You scratch a racist or a homophobe or a sexist or an anti-Semite. They're all the same people, thank God, mostly. Thank God it's all the same people. It'd be so much harder if we had to deal with these people over here are the sexists, and these people over here are the racists, and these people over here are the homophobes. No, they're all the same people. They're all the same people. Which means that there are a smaller number of them. But, I just laughed when I saw that the Ku Klux Klan had come out in support of what he's doing in Alabama. You would think that Alabama, after having had, experience with the federal government as it related to, desegregation of the schools, didn't work out so well for George Wallace and standing in front of the door and all that. That didn't work out real well. Jim Crow, interracial marriage, and if you go back to that slavery thing, that really was a disaster for Alabama and a whole large part of the rest of the country. So, the only thing is, and with all due respect to the same-sex couples in Alabama who want to get married right now, it's got to be hugely frustrating and irritating and not humorous to them at all. But since I have a little bit of distance being over here in Texas, if they could just hang on for just a bit longer, I'm just hopeful that that Alabama will continue to be the last stand on this same-sex marriage issue, because if they will, then the history books can report that Alabama did take the last stand with Mr. Armored Christian Soldiers doing his thing and failing miserably. Because otherwise, come June, when the Supreme Court hands down the decision that almost everyone seems to agree is going to make same-sex marriage available across the country. Otherwise, and we're a bigger state, so we've got lots more fools in Alabama. Otherwise, Texas could end up being the last stand of that particular kind of crazy. And if it's all the same to all the folks in Alabama, y'all take that title. Let Texas find its own crazy on something else, because, we're real good at that too.